Hello, welcome to my channel. This is the introductory video to a hypothesis on how every modern movie and show is telling the same three stories, stylized in a different way. This is inspired by the ideas of Joseph Campbell and his theory of the monomyth from his book The Hero with a Thousand Faces. In contrast to Joseph Campbell's ideas, I believe modern media, especially movies and shows, instead of sharing the same single story, are actually telling the same three stories. These stories are, number one, the Fool's Journey through the Tarot, number two, the Christ story as told in the Bible, and number three, the union of two opposites becoming joined or reunited. In this video series, my hope is to share what I believe is a reoccurring pattern that, once acclimated to, leads to a paradigm shift of being able to notice these patterns for yourself. Maybe you'll even start to notice these patterns in your favorite movies, shows, books, or even games. A short explanation on the three storylines. Story number one, the main arcana of the tarot, at first glance seems to be a set of 22 different characters, starting from the Fool at card number 0, and ending with Sophia at card number 21, the World card. However, the characters are actually all the same character, wearing the facade of the card character. This will make more sense after a few movie explanations. The best way to teach it is to show it. To make things easier, I will be usually referring to this character as the Fool or the character of tarot. For simplicity, you can think of it as the current tone or flavor of where and what is happening in the movie. The idea is that the Fool is embarking on a journey that they are oblivious to. That's how they got their name, the Fool. Another key aspect to tarot is the cyclical nature of it, beginning where it ends and ending where it begins. As you can see, the World card has a giant 0 on it, indicating that it is the Fool, but now changed. Story number 2, the story of Christ, is fundamentally the story of a savior sacrificing themselves to save others and then coming back from the dead, ultimately conquering death itself. In practice, this is represented by a character usually dying, a character being unconscious and coming back to life, and or making the crucifixion symbol with their arms. This usually happens around cards, the Tower, or the card's Judgment. Story number 3, the union of duality. This storyline is a little more nebulous, but I wanted to add it to be part of my complete thesis. As I don't want it to be the focus right away, I will only touch on it briefly. For example, every main religion symbol is the merging of duality. There is the obvious one, the Taoist yin and yang symbol, showing the two opposite snakes eating each other. The Islamic star, a star being a sun, in combination with a moon, night and day. The Christian cross, which is the combination of the horizontal beam meeting a vertical beam. The Jewish Star of David being a triangle pointing up, merged with a triangle pointing down. You also have the Hindu Om symbol as God, representing all of creation, as in both opposites of duality in one. Even the Buddhist wheel represents the movement toward non-duality. As an example of how this is used in movies, is ending with a marriage. This is the joining of male and female into union. Another popular way is an eclipse, the merging of the sun and the moon. There are infinite ways to represent duality merging. At the end of this series, I will explain my reasoning as to why media and stories are so entrained with these plot lines, as that would be a whole video essay in itself. For now, I encourage you to steal these ideas for your own writing, screenplays, video games, and other cases where there is a story that you believe needs to be told. As a side note, if you're wanting to get your own tarot decks to follow along, I would highly encourage using only the Rider-Waite or the Thoth decks, while highly discouraging you from getting or using any other deck. The reason for this is the intentionality of these two decks, down to their color, the positioning in the card frame, subtlety of which direction a character is facing, and which ones are alluded to the most. I will be expanding into other decks for accentuation. However, these are made by insiders, and these deviations are for overlapping emphasis only. I will be primarily using the Rider-Waite deck to cement the journey, so don't use a Harry Potter deck or cat deck or an artist's interpretation or any time-wasting deck like that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.